to episode 14, week 14 of the Chase Report, coming to you on a Friday for once.
Yeah, that's pretty good for us.
Usually we don't get to it. It's supposed to happen on Fridays because he was born on a Friday. But anyway, so here we go. Joe, why don't you kick us off?
Sure. So my high this week was a visit from my Aunt Jane and my sister Amanda, who were here. Well, Jane was up in the Northeast to watch my cousin Jenny run the Boston Marathon. Well
Awesome.
done, Jenny.
Well done, Jenny.
We are all in awe of you and your strength of running that really long road race. Reed's done a marathon, not me, but maybe
and I
one
will
day.
do another someday.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jane was up here, and it was very nice because she got to meet Chase. They came up on Thursday night?
No, Friday.
Okay, so they came up and got to meet Chase, and we hung out.
Saturday.
And it was also very lucky because before Jane and Amanda left, Jane got to meet Reed's mom, which was really nice.
And I met Jane for the first time.
And Reed met Jane. So it was a lot of meeting for the first time. So that
Yeah.
was definitely my high.
That's great. And we also, just a side note, had my Uncle Rod and Aunt Leslie and Cousin Jennifer just stopped by today. So Jane and Amanda were here last weekend, and that was an unexpected visit this weekend.
Yeah.
So lots of family things going on.
Really cool.
Yeah.
So my low is this, still challenging with Chase's sleeping. I've been reading the book that Amy gave me, Healthy Sleep Habits, Happy Child. And, some of the stuff I think sounds really good, and some of the stuff I think sounds like, I don't know if I can do that. So, really trying to get Chase into some sleeping patterns is still a struggle. And so that's my low.
That's the goal of that book, though, to kind of develop routines.
Yeah, and he's sort of at the age, according to the book, where he can start learning sleep habits. So he's sort of just earlier than that. So I want to make sure we start the sleep habits when it can start, the healthy sleep habits. Yeah. So it's not easy. That's why it's my low. How about your high?
Well, I don't want to jinx anything, but it's been a busy time on the home front. So our house, in case people don't know, is under contract to sell.
Yeah.
And so we're going through that process, and hopefully that will all be wrapped up on May 28th is the target date we're looking for the closing. But even bigger deal, earlier today, we began the process of contracting to have a house built out in Denver, where we're moving. I was gone for 5 days in Denver, which is my low. I was away. This is school vacation, and so while I was not having to be in school, I went out there to be in school, get ready for the school I'm going to work at next year, but also did some looking at houses. And in the process of looking at existing houses, we actually ended up finding what we think is going to be a perfect situation for us, a place that is actually going to get built. It won't be ready till November, but just today we have started the process of
secured the lot.
Yeah, all that stuff. So Chase's second home, but the home that he's going to start, in all seriousness, sort of start to grow up in, has now been determined.
That's very cool.
Although whether we're going to have marble countertops, that hasn't been determined.
We won't go with marble, maybe granite.
Granite, right? Or just, how about
wood, plywood?
Plywood.
No.
We have air conditioning if you open the window.
No. No, we'll trick it out.
Yeah. But so it was exciting being in Denver, but being away for 5 days, I could already see changes in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him growing. So.
And we missed Reed.
Yeah.
Really, that was my low. Missing you.
Well, bad sleep and missing me. Well.
But I knew you were going to have that as your low, so I wanted to expand it.
How about stats?
Stats. Well, Chase weighed in on Tuesday at 15 pounds 9 ounces, a little less than I thought he would weigh in but still gaining.
Yep.
So we're doing good.
15.9, closing in on 16. We'll probably be there next week.
Yeah. Top story. Well, the top story definitely was that I was very lucky to have Reed's mother stay with me while Reed was in Denver, and it was made made him not being here bearable, if not pleasant. Thank you, Mary. She was wonderful.
She does more work around here than I do, so.
She was wonderful. Really, I think it was nice for her and for me to see her spend some really quality time with Chase.
It meant a lot for her.
Yeah, and it was really, really nice. She was a master rocking him to sleep and going out on walks and helping me out, just being the greatest Nana ever.
And packing.
And packing, though, that I was going to say, we started packing the kitchen. And she was tireless at that as well. So definitely thank you very much to Mary for spending her school vacation with me and Chase, and we loved every minute of it.
Yeah, I knew they were in good hands, so it was okay for me to be away. All right, Joanna, so that brings us to this week's Which is Bigger, which is sort of a flashback.
It's a repeat.
A repeat?
Yeah.
So tell us about it.
We're going back to the Chase versus Izzy, Amanda's dog, which is bigger. And the really reason why we're doing that is because when Amanda and Jane were here, she brought Izzy, which was surprisingly smooth having the dog in the house with these cats.
That cat.
We got a nice picture of Chase right next door to Izzy, or next to
because
Izzy.
when we did the Which is Bigger before, we had to sort of do a virtual comparison.
Right,
Chase had never met Izzy.
Right, so this was their first face-to-face encounter.
Yep, face-to-paw.
So we're doing the Which is Bigger again, but you already know the answer if you've been watching the Chase
Which
before.
is bigger, Joe?
Well, Chase is bigger. He was bigger then. He's definitely bigger
still
now. So.
Bigger. But we've proven it in side-by-side comparison.
Yeah.
Now,
so that's the Which is Bigger.
Awesome. All right, folks. Well, that brings us to the end of episode 14. And
moving right along.
3 months, more than 3 months down. Very exciting.
Double ready right there. Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
All right, thanks a lot. Bye.
Strong